the Boeing B-17 Flying Fortress. Many of you may have heard of this iconic World War II bomber before, or maybe from the movie Memphis Belle. Developed in the 1930s, more than a staggering 12,000 B-17s have been built between 1936 and the end of World War II in 1945. The B-17 was mainly employed by the US Air Force, but also by the Royal Air Force, and a number of different variants have been developed. Nowadays, only a handful of B-17s are still in airworthy condition. And today we are going to fly on one of them. Texas Raiders is the name of our Boeing B-17 Flying Fortress today. And we just got the pre-flight briefing by the crew, the boarding pass and some earplugs. It's time to head to our B-17, which is parked next to this beautiful Beech 18. We received another short safety briefing by this gentleman, who has actually served on the B-17 in the years after the war. The seatbelts are not comparable to the ones we are used to when flying on commercial jets, so a separate introduction into the vintage buckling up technique was provided. It's time to board the Flying Fortress from the right side of the aircraft and not left, as you would board a commercial aircraft, for example. A quick glance of the nose section underneath the cockpit before we settle into our seats for the run-up and departure.
Pretty cool engineering. Yeah. And the design of this.
And the coolest thing is the open roof, which will provide quite some excitement once we are up in the air. Keep on watching to see more about that. It's time to ignite the 4 supercharged Wright Cyclon radial engines, which will provide 1200 horsepower each. The open roof and my selfie stick provided a fantastic opportunity to capture some unique perspectives. However, the airflow created by the engines made it fairly hard to hold the selfie stick steady. And it's not going to get easier. We have taken off, and the wind, the sound and the shaking was incredible. Definitely an experience different to what I usually review. Moving within the aircraft also required a little bit of fitness, and some gaps were barely large enough for my size. But the strenuous climb towards the flight deck was absolutely worth it. When, if not now, would I ever have a chance to visit the cockpit of a World War II bomber in flight? Below and in front of the cockpit is the Bombardier's and Navigator's office, which we have seen a bit earlier before departure. Just behind the cockpit I could climb into the top gunner position, which offered a 360 view. Now I'm checking out the open gaps for the machine guns of the waist gunners. Lots of fresh air is guaranteed in here. And the open rooftop certainly is a highlight of this experience, providing a unique view of the aircraft in flight. However, holding the camera in place for it was very tricky, and it required some physical efforts. Luckily, nothing went flying into a pixie yard. Before we go back to the open roof, let's have a quick sneak peek into the tail gunner's position. It's hard to imagine that some brave gunners actually fit through this small passage to the tail. It's time again to buckle up, as we are about to return to base. A fantastic aviation experience aboard this legendary aircraft has come to an end, and we have to disembark the piece of flying history. But we are not leaving without another look at the bombardier's compartment, which we could enter from the tarmac just below the nose. That was it, a truly memorable flight on board this raw, windy and noisy Boeing B-17. Thank you for watching.